everybody, and welcome to the Focus on Gaming podcast, episode number 108. I am Martin.
Hello, Duncan.
Hello, I am on different hardware. I should just note if anyone is noticing that there is a sound difference to me. I'm on my phone rather than a laptop, but hopefully at some point I'll get back on a laptop. But
yeah, you sound all right. Yeah, because it's recorded
good.
from my end, so hence why. You do sound a little different tonight, but we can still just about hear you.
You can still hear my beautiful West Country accent, can't you? You are coming from the Somerset.
Somerset, so, sometimes you might have actually heard of these gaming things.
I know.
You just use a stick and a hoop, don't you?
We just got the PlayStation 1 come out recently.
No. It's like the if anyone, I don't know, from the States, it's like somebody from Wyoming, I think.
Yeah, the deep south, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, or the deep south.
Well,
in
there are only like games where you got characters with West Country accents. I don't know. Can't think of any off the top of my head.
Oh, what was I watching recently that had West Country accents like that? I was watching Beyond Paradise. It's not really an international thing, but no, I don't really know any. I mean, it sort of sounds similar to the piratey kind of thing, doesn't it?
Yeah. Do you know why? Just a little trivia. Blackbeard, who is a very famous pirate.
Yeah.
Is from Bristol. Well, so that's why, because he had a Bristolian accent. That's why
be scared of my ship, yo.
So they just based all pirate voices on Blackbeard, and hence why they've all got like West Country, who are pirate. So
that was a QI thing, was it? The first one to do the kind of thing was an actor called Robert Newton. There you go. If you want, people want to look him up. That was from QI. I don't know that myself, but yeah. So it wasn't.
Okay.
No, was it Robert Newton? Something like that.
But yeah, I'm gonna Google that after the podcast. I'm gonna Google, are there any West Country characters in video games, and tell you on the next episode. Well, not the next episode because we've got an interview, so it'd be a bit odd to bring that up in the interview. But the episode after the interview.
Well, anyway, so all right. So you have actually got the PlayStation 1 overs in your neck of the woods, but you do also have Game Pass, don't you?
We do have internet as well, so which helps to have Game Pass. And I have been playing some Game Pass since so I played Gears of War Reloaded, which I think came out end of August.
I suppose we should say as well that we missed a week. We have missed a week because we just life gets in the way sometimes. So, but we're back.
Yeah. I started a new job, so that's why I missed why I wasn't here last time. But yeah, I played Gears of War Reloaded. I played that with my friend. We played co-op online, and we're on the fourth act. So we just put the EMD down that mine.
Mm-hmm. So did you
what
play
they called the
War...
locust or whatever? I can't remember what they.
The locust.
And that was meant to kill them all, but we found out it failed, and now we're carrying on with the game, which I'm glad it did fail because it would have been a short game otherwise. So we're now starting.
Everything's fine.
So we're on Act 4 now. So we've had a run in with the what's that thing where it can't see you, but it just runs at you.
Okay, they're like
the berserker.
Berserker.
So we had that run in. I think that was on like Act 2, but I think. If my memory serves me right, I think you do run into it again, and this time you don't have that gun to kill it. So I think you actually have to like.
Oh, the Dawn of War.
Yeah, the Dawn of War, where you can just satellite from above them.
Yeah. So did you play Gears of War when it first came out? Was it
I did, yeah. I did play it with the same friend I'm playing with it now. We'd have been, I think would have been at like secondary school when the original one came out. When did the original one come out? What year was it?
I believe it was 2007.
If it was 2007, we'd have been like 18.
Checking that. 2006 in North America. End of 2006. And so 2006 it came out. And then
it would have been like maybe last year of school / college. But yeah, we played it, the original together, and now that's why we're doing it again. But I've started my new job and I haven't gone back on it for like over a week because of my new job. But hopefully I'll get back on it because it'd be good to complete it again.
So it's good. This is not the first. Is this a remake or is this a remaster? Because we've already had the Ultimate Edition, haven't we? And that was a remastered version, so it was slightly prettier and worked. It was on the Xbox One, so it worked a bit better. Now, I've started this as well and played through. I think the first 2 acts. I think, and I'm just like, I already know what's going to happen, and I already own Gears of War. I already own Gears of War Ultimate Edition. I can't see the point in this. I don't know what the point is, because one reason why this game was so good was not just because it played well, but was because in 2006 that game looked amazing. Absolutely, this was just after PS2 and whatnot had been the king. So to see something that looked that good was just amazing. And then Ultimate Edition brought it up to date and, better frame rates and all this kind of thing. And it looked slightly better. And then this one, yes, it does look nicer. I'm not saying it doesn't, but
you don't see. Yeah, I mean, I didn't play the Ultimate Edition. I wasn't even aware because I saw the Reloaded and I was like, oh, like I was really excited because I was like thinking like, oh, finally you get to like. But then they said they've added like new things to it. But then I realized it was just there is the Ultimate Edition, and I was like, why didn't I know about this? So I'd be looking forward to this date, and me and my friend would been like talking about it for like building up to it, and we could have just played it months, a year, like or however long the Ultimate Edition's been out for. So I don't know. I can't really compare it with the Ultimate Edition, but yeah, it does seem like they've just redone remastered a remaster or whatever.
I was going to say, it sounds like I'm moaning about it. They have made it so if you own the Gears of War Ultimate Edition on the Xbox, the Reloaded is free. So if you own a digital version before they if you own the Gears of War Ultimate Edition before they announced Reloaded, you get Reloaded for free. So it's a free upgrade. So in that respect, fantastic, great. But it's a game I played through in 2007-ish. It's a game that I played through in 2016, maybe something-ish. I don't feel the need to go through it again. Yeah. But at the end of the day, the multiplayer is a fantastic multiplayer game. Sort of small but quite open maps where you can jump out and shotgun people. It's great fun. Good fun with friends. And as you're finding out, you can play it co-op for free.
Yep.
It is just 2-player co-op, isn't it? No more. I think it was Judgment, I think. You could play 3-player co-op. Don't quote me.
Yeah, it's just 2-player. And I think my friend is playing it on the PS5. I might be wrong because he's got a ROG Ally, which has got Game Pass on it, so you could be playing it on the ROG Ally. But because I know it's both on the PS5 and the Xbox, isn't it? I think it is on the PS5 because I remember him saying about the buttons. So, but yeah, we haven't played it since the 360. So, unlike you, we are getting there are things that we forgot. So there was a bit where you had to go in the light, or otherwise the birds, or whatever those things come from the sky. And I totally forgot, and I just walked out, and I just instantly died. And then I was like,
Swarm? They just call it the Swarm or something like that.
Yeah, those black birds. So it's
a fantastic game.
And it's a good game then, and it's a good game now. And
you can play it on PlayStation. It's just I have no problem with it. It's great. I think the fact that people can buy these games, but it is still weird seeing Forza and Gears of War, iconic Xbox games on PlayStation. It is weird. I think it's great. Personally, I have no. I'm very supportive of it.
Yeah, there's no need for gatekeeping, but hopefully, PlayStation will return the favour at some point and allow Xbox to play like Gods of War and Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. See, if they bring Spider-Man, that would be good. There was a PlayStation Studio game, wasn't there? They announced for Xbox. Oh no, it's come out, isn't it? Helldivers 2.
No, I haven't ever played Helldivers, so it was very popular though on PlayStation, or is still very popular on the PlayStation, isn't it? So.
And obviously as well, another one is Metal Gear Solid Delta. It's not a Sony game, but that was a PlayStation game, originally Metal Gear Solid 3. So the fact that they're bringing that's gone to pretty much all platforms. It's pretty cool. So Gears of War Reloaded, fantastic game, is on Game Pass now. I think bringing it to PS Plus would just be a salt in the wound, really, wouldn't it? So but you never know, because PS Plus this month is Psychonauts 2, one of the new games, which of course is made by Double Fine, who are an Xbox studio. It's not surprising that it is available on PlayStation, because it was available the same day it was launched. But the fact that it's now a, in inverted commas, free game with PS Plus, that's just really weird. But it's a good month for PS Plus. 3 games. You got Viewfinder, which is a fantastic puzzle game where you use pictures to create paths and routes to complete a level. It's really weird, but hard to explain. You have to play it or watch a video. Are you eating something?
I am. Yeah, I was trying to be quiet, but
no, we could just hear smacking lips constantly.
I'll mute myself next time, but yeah, I'm finished now.
And then Stardew Valley, fantastic game. It's better on PC because you can mod it, but still a fantastic game, even vanilla version. And then Psychonauts 2 is on PS Plus, so pretty good if you got PlayStation.
Very good game. So Psychonauts 2.
Yeah, I found it quite hard sometimes to find where I was going. I got lost quite a lot, but I think that's just my old age and just generally getting lost. Yeah, I'll walk into the kitchen and don't know where I am sometimes. But Psychonauts 2, great game. What I've been playing, because it's just come out onto EA Play, and so therefore Game Pass, is Dragon Age: The Veilguard.
Oh yeah, I just see that, but I haven't played it yet.
Yeah, so obviously it got so many on the Gaming Dads group that we met on. We had to put an announcement out in the end because the amount of people that were sort of go, oh, it's woke rubbish. It's like, just shut up. Just the amount of stick it got. And I played it, and I have absolutely no idea what all those idiots were on about. Because it is a Dragon Age game. At the end of the day, it is. Is it as good as the first one? Absolutely not. Is it as good as the second one? Absolutely not. Is it as good as Inquisition? Yeah. Inquisition had bigger open worlds, but that was also its problem because the worlds were too massive. But so although I'm going about that, I'd like people being prats basically, but the game isn't as good as the first one. There are some niggles to it, but it's a Dragon Age game. You get to choose things and select the direction that your characters interact with each other. A lot of the quests are go here, pick something up, go here, pick something up, or talk to somebody. And it's not linear. There are sort of open levels, I would say, rather than worlds. But you'll be walking along, and there'll be a little nub on the world, and you'll think, "Oh, I'll go up there because there'll be some gold or something." And it's never interesting when you go exploring. It's never interesting. It's just a little bit of gold round a corner, or you go around there and there's a memento that you got to upgrade the caretaker in the lighthouse, or you go around the corner and there's a chest with some random, low level thing. It's never a sort of go around the corner and find a secret mission that gets hits you in the feels or anything like that. All the missions are marked on the map, so all you have to do is click on the relevance level and go to the exclamation mark. There's no discovery. It's all
very handheld by the sound of it.
Yeah, which you know me, I like that. And so I am enjoying it. I am probably about 15, 20 hours in already. Maybe even more. Don't know. I'll have to have a look. But yeah, it's not a terrible game. If the first two Dragon Age games, whichever one you prefer, are the best two, and they are maybe a 9.5 and a 9, whichever one you want to give. And Inquisition was an 8 out of 10. Then this one is a 7 or an 8 out of 10. It's still a good game. But is it as good as the first two? No. But that doesn't make it a 1 out of 10. There is one annoying character on it, not because their character is annoying, but because their voice actor is annoying. It's this one called Nev, and she just talks like this, and she's English, and so she talks like this, and I don't know, it's like they've got, I haven't looked up who the voice actress is, but it's like they've just got somebody who maybe is a name for something and isn't actually a voice actor, and their voice is quite bland.
I hope she doesn't listen to this podcast.
Oh, I hope not. But I think one thing is I think her voice probably wasn't casted. I think it was miscast.
Okay.
I'm not expecting a. The thing is, it's not the tone of the voice or anything. It's talking like this a bit. Oh, hello, Rook. Oh, yes, that's lovely what we're doing now. Oh, look, there's a fight over there. We better go and join the fight. So really put some emotion in it, love. So I don't like that voice, but all the rest of them, pretty good. Obviously, I pick all the sarcastic responses when I'm choosing what to say. Pretty much every time, without fail. I don't even bother looking at the other ones quite often. You want me to give the empathic response? Nope, sarcasm. Oh, look, I can be really sympathetic and nice. Sarcasm. Every time. without fail. But did you like the other Dragon Age games?
The second one is my favourite.
As is a lot of people's, yeah.
But it was a very long time ago, because I think that was out on was that 360 or was it Xbox? I can't remember.
360,
but it was out,
360, yeah.
Yeah, it was out a while, and I did get Inquisition as well, but I didn't like that as much. But
2011 Dragon Age 2.
Yeah, So
no, Inquisition was not as good. They thought bigger was better, and unfortunately, it wasn't. Then also they did that little like the battle, the online battle thing that you could do, and it was just it was pointless. Dragon Age Inquisition was 2014. And bigger wasn't better, but this Dragon Age Vanguard does carry on from the story of Inquisition. So spoilers for Inquisition. At the end of the game, one of your companions, Solus, it turns out he is sort of an elven god known as the Dreadwolf. I can't remember what the actual elven name is, but anyway, and so he buggers off to do something at the end of Inquisition, and it turns out what he's doing is he's bringing down the veil, which is like a magical barrier that keeps all the elven gods and the blight out of the world. And he's starting it off. The premise of the game, Vanguard, is that it starts off with them stopping him from bringing down the veil because he's the baddie, or is he?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to play it now to find out. You've left me on tenterhooks by saying, "Oh, is he?"
Yeah. Well, you find out within about an hour.
Okay, that's good.
What's going on?
Glad I don't have to be on tenterhooks.
You don't have to get to the end. I
the
think,
suspense.
Yeah, I think I might be maybe halfway through, maybe a third of the way through. But that's in terms of trying to get everything. I'm trying to get all the collectibles and such.
So you could go through the story quite quickly then, if you.
Yeah, I think so. Especially there is a storyteller mode which puts everything on really easy. I found it so easy that even I turned it up.
Wow.
It's literally, bosses come along and I'm killing bosses within 30 sequends. Kind of thing.
What a little bit of a challenge, don't you? Even on the easy.
Exactly, and it's quite, and because it's more action based, I think the only reason you'd need to pause it most of the time and use tactics would be if you got it on the hardest level, or I think there's about 5 levels, so probably the top 2. I've got it on the one from the bottom, and it's still very easy, and I'm not being tactical at all. So if you want an actual challenge out of I think it's 5 difficulty levels, you want either the 3rd, 4th, or 5th. But I would say probably 4th or above if people find things easy. I don't know. But I'm just there for the story and running around and collecting things and that kind of stuff. And yeah, it's scratching that itch at the moment. I will go so far as to say I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, you did not let the Game and Dad reviews, or some of the Game and Dad reviews, put you off.
What it was all these people going, "Oh, it's all woke rubbish because you can choose the pronouns," and that's pretty much it.
And there was like similar criticisms of Oblivion, wasn't it? Because they changed with the remaster. I think they changed something on the pronoun or the gender or something.
And these are the people who dare to call people snowflakes. It's like, hang on, what? You mean all you have to do is pick or don't? It automatically does it. When you pick the male body, it's got he. He, him. Just leave it. Whatever. Nobody cares. Oh, so it's an all right story. The acting, for the most part, is okay. I wouldn't say I'm as invested in the story as the first 2 games, but it is carrying on and giving us closure on what happens after Inquisition. So yeah, if you got EA Play on any platform, go and play it now. It's free on there. So I did do a little bite size about it because I don't know if you've heard this, because obviously it hasn't been talked about at all. Nobody's playing it, obviously. Hollow Knight, Silksong. Are you interested in that one?
Yes, I did. I played the first Hollow Knight, which I enjoyed. Because that's on Games Pass. But yeah, the Silksong is coming out on the Alloy X, isn't it?
It's out now. It's out on everything. Huh. Yeah.
Is it on Game Pass?
It's on Game Pass.
I have not been on Game Pass for
for
over a week, I think. Last time I played.
Well, yeah. It came out on September the 4th, and it crashed Nintendo Store, Xbox Store, Steam, and the PlayStation Store. They all crashed because of the amount of people downloading Hollow Knight.
Wow.
Yeah. Now, I'm gonna do the thing that you can imagine now with a game that's a tough as nails Metroidvania. I don't get the hype. Okay, it's a good example of what it is, but is it a game of all time like people are making out to be? I don't know.
I like the original. I haven't, but I did find there were times where it was really tough, and I don't mind difficult games, but yeah, I guess maybe it's because when did the original come out? It was a while back, wasn't it? So maybe it's the weight that's.
Yeah, well, what it was, Hollow Knight originally was 2017. So Hollow Knight originally, it was meant to have DLC called Silksong, and I think it was announced in 2019, or maybe that it was going to be a separate game in 2019, and it sort of went quiet, and then there was some. More news here, more, a little bit snippet of information here and there. And there were some people thinking it was never going to come out. And then, was it Xbox Direct or something? Or something with Xbox, I think. And I think they've advertised it in quite a few, like the PlayStation ones and all this kind of thing. But they announced, I think not long ago, I think it was only about 6 months ago, that it was coming to Game Pass day one. And since then, it's out on every single platform now, you can imagine. Probably even play it on the Game Boy. But so it's getting. Funny enough, there aren't that many reviews from the big, your IGNs and all that kind of thing, because it's such a big game. And I think they weren't given review copies early enough. They weren't stopped from having reviews or anything like that, but they weren't given review copies early enough to do a good review. But there have been many reviews coming out in the last 3 days. And, pretty much I think all the people who thought they'd love it are loving it. So if you liked the original Hollow Knight, I think you're going to love it. It's I played it for about 20 minutes and then realised it was not for me. I'm afraid.
Talking about very good games, I did play Inside as well. So after the last episode, I spoke about Limbo, and then Duncan made me aware of Inside, which I wasn't. I didn't really know about. He said it was the same.
Same developer,
Playdead. Yeah, so looked into it. It's on Game Pass as well, and I those two games are up there on like some of the most enjoyable games that I've played ever, and
they are amazing games. Yeah.
Definitely. The only criticism is that they're too short, because, which I say is a criticism, but it's also a positive, because at this moment in time, my life is really busy. I've got like 3 young children, new job. So playing a game you can just sit and complete it over about 3 or 4 hours is quite nice. But because I enjoy it so much, I'm always a bit like, oh, once it's finished. But
you feel a bit empty, don't you?
Yeah, and they've only released those 2 games. I just
they have got another game in development, I
okay,
believe. But when that's coming out, nobody knows.
Because this has been out a while. So
yep.
I as soon as they release a new game, I'll be playing it as soon as I possibly can, because there hasn't been many games where I've struggled to put it down. In terms of, there's games that I really enjoy, but I'll be like, okay, I'll put that down, go on it again. But these ones, I've been like, okay, I'll put it down because it's 2 in the morning and I need to go to sleep. So Inside Out, I both of them are made. I think I enjoyed it more than Limbo. I think you could tell it was like their second game, because there were things in Limbo where it kind of didn't make sense, and it was just sort of just guessing or trial and error, whereas you didn't get much of that in Inside. It was like proper puzzles where you actually think, oh, okay, yeah, I can work. I can see how that's were tricky to work out, but once you've done it, it wasn't like I don't really know what I did, but it was all sort of well thought out. And yeah, it's just an amazing game. And the ending, I like the ending when you pick up, because you spend the whole game, both Limbo and Inside, you spend the whole game feeling really vulnerable, because anything sees you, you're instantly dead. And then
spoilers for Inside.
Yeah, it's been out a while, but you turn into this big ball of bodies, and
yes, it's like just this massive blob that you then just
got arms and legs coming out, and everyone screaming and running away from you, and you it's I would play. I'm not someone like, there are people who will play games over and over again, because I don't usually do that, because I'm like, once I've played a game, unless it's like years later or it's been remastered, I won't really play it again. But I could see myself playing both Limbo and Inside again, because
they're very simple but expertly crafted. I think that's the thing with them. They're really simple games, but to play, but they're crafted so well to make you just get that little bit further and work out something relatively easily. But sometimes you might be like, oh, where am I going to go, or am I going to push this somewhere, or jump here, or it's just very. They're Danish apparently. Playdead are. They're based.
It's 4 hours of pure. Like, there's no boring bits in the game. Like, you'll do one bit, and then you'll be on to and you'll be excited to be thinking, okay, what's going to be the next sort of puzzle I need to. And they manage to keep the game sort of. There's no bits where I'm like, like there's certain games you're like, oh, I got to do this bit, and like you sort of, it's more of a chore than actually. But
I've got some good news and some bad news. They are working on another game, but their current project is a third-person science fiction adventure set in a remote corner of the universe.
Wow. They've gone a bit different to what they've been doing with the 2D platform.
Yeah, but they're looking for a lot of like 3D environment artists, VFX artists, QA testers, graphics programmers, gameplay designers, level architects, system programmers, technical lighting artists, blah 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 blah. So they're even looking for a technical director. So they're after a lot of people at the moment. So I can't imagine that. Seeing as they haven't even announced the name of it, I can't imagine it's going to be any time soon. I mean, their games. Hang on, let's see when those two.
They're very. I think
one came out in 2010 and 2016. Yeah. So it has been 9 years since Inside came out. But Limbo is on everything. It's on Android, iOS, Linux, Mac OS, PS3, PS4, Vita, Windows, Switch, 360, and Xbox. So, blimey. Inside is on most of those as well. Just not on Android, Linux, PS3, and Vita. Oh, and 360. Yeah, no, they're fantastic. They're fantastic games, and hopefully, third time's a charm as well. We'll get another good one. Well, I've got one little surprise hit. I think it should be a hit. It's on Game Pass as well because why not? It's definitely a game that I would not have touched if it wasn't on Game Pass. But it's called I Am Your Beast. Now, apparently, it came out on Xbox in earlier the year, like this year. But it's a first-person. No, it's not a shooter, but it's very basic graphics. But you start a level where you would normally you can run along trees and really fast. It's a really fast-paced one, anyway. And you have soldiers, and now these soldiers you can punch. If you have a knife or a gun or something else that you can throw at them, you can throw at them and then stomp on their head to kill them. And then when they drop something, you can pick that up and you can shoot other soldiers or throw a gun at the soldiers and then stomp on them, or if you just knocked them over. And it's a really fast-paced. It makes you feel like John Wick. And you're timed with each level because you have to kill as many or do a certain mission, like activate some laptops in a level or something like that, and then kill as many people as needed because otherwise you will die, and then get to an exit all within a certain length of time. So you can't just sort of, hide around a corner and then duck around and shoot somebody or throw someone. You have to run at them, get the first one's gun, shoot the first soldier that you see, then throw the gun at the next one, stamp on his head, get his knife, throw that into somebody that's standing on a like a cliff above you, and then hope that there's nobody. When you run around the corner, punch somebody in the face, get their knife, throw it in, and they're really good because they're levels that only take about, say, a minute at most. And they're timed, and afterwards you get how many kills you got and what kind of kills. So whether it was throwing a knife at them with an exploding barrel or something like that. And so there's loads of different ways that you can do each level. And I'm presuming that there is. I can't actually remember if there's leaderboards, but you have certain achievements that you can get with each level, where it will say there's one level where it says don't kill anybody, and it's like, oh, you got to then work out how to do that level without dying. But then there's another one where you have to kill. If you kill everybody, you get the achievement. So yeah, it's really good. It's on Game Pass. I'm presuming it's on PC and other game platforms as well. But yeah, it's really good. I Am Your Beast. I'm just looking it up. 2024 video game. Yep, it's on Steam. So yeah, and it's shadow dropped on Game Pass. It's got a very overwhelmingly positive on Steam. Yeah, it came out at the end of 2024, so about a year ago.
Sounds good.
Yeah, fantastic. And if you've got Game Pass, why not play it? Don't understand these people who sometimes be like, oh no, I don't bother looking at. I've got Game Pass, but I'll just have it for this game. It's like, well, why don't you just buy that game? I'm somebody who, I do have time to play lots of games, so I don't have time to play lots of games a lot, but I have time to play lots of games. And like, I love the fact that I can pick from about 400 games that a lot of them I may not have touched. Otherwise, fantastic. But I'm afraid I won't be touching Silksong again because it's not for me. It's too hard for me. I can't. And when I died about, I think, 3 times and got sent back to this little old lady that you get to first, I'm like, yeah, no, I can't with this. my 7-year-old had a go on it, and I was like, okay, yeah, go ahead. I was like, if he gets further than me, I'm going to be so gutted. Luckily, he didn't. He didn't even get to the old lady bit, so I was quite happy with that. He couldn't even, because obviously you have to hold down jump to jump higher. He couldn't even work that one out. He was like, I can't jump up on there. There's nowhere else to go. I'm like, have you tried holding down jump? Oh yeah, it was good. Oh, and since the last episode, I think I have completed hurdling, which I think we talked about on the last episode, didn't we? Do you remember hurdling?
No.
Or maybe it was the last episode with Tom?
I think it was with Tom.
Oh, okay. So there's a game called hurdling as well. If you like, it's also very short. If you like Inside and Limbo, you might actually like hurdling. It's basically there's no speech or anything. You're a kid and you wake up in a city and you find these things called calicorns. You find one of them and you have to herd it. And you walk through a city finding more of them, and then you walk through countryside and find more of them. Then you walk through a forest, I think, and whatnot. So yeah, I think from start to finish, if you do it quickly, you can probably finish it in 2 hours. Easily, I think. Actually, yeah, you can definitely finish it in about 2 hours.
My type of game at the moment.
Yeah, and also similar to Inside and Limbo, no speech, just the sounds of the world that you're in. And the ending is up for interpretation, I think. I don't know. But yeah, it's not some deep and meaningful story. It's just this kid nicely herding these animals. Yeah. I can tell what I can't remember if there was a story now. I'm sitting there thinking, what was the ending? And the ending, yeah, but I won't go into what the ending was. But yeah, no, it's quite good. It's a nice game, very very relaxing, and there's no point. You can stampede the animals, but there's no point that that feels particularly rushed, or B, that you particularly have to. There's only like one bit, I think, where you have to stampede them. And even the bits where you have to stampede to go up ice, you can go around the ice if you want. Yeah, so no, that's another good game. I think if you want something that will scratch your gaming itch for a few minutes and you haven't got much time, yeah, enjoy that.
Thanks.
So, there hasn't been much news that we wanted to really talk about, was there? There was, though, something being found in some code or whatnot, and it's to do with Valve. So, Valve's, it's their Steam overlays, VR overlays, are now being renamed to frames. And in some code, somebody's found out that I think it's their is it Fremont thing? There was something that was project name was Fremont, and it's been found now that it's called Steam Frame, and it's an all-in-one VR headset that is going to be released this year. Mm-hmm. So again, it will be the same as the Xbox and all these kind of things. The ROG Ally Xbox X. or ROG Xbox Ally, whatever order it goes in. It'll all be about the price, I think. If they're trying to beat the Meta Quest, it needs to be powerful enough, I think, to play a lot of games. I think it needs to be powerful enough to play Half-Life Alyx. That's what I think is. I think that's the bar that they need to set, but it needs to be within the realm of the Meta Quest 3. If they come out with some $1,000 headset, it'd be pointless.
Yeah.
What would you be interested in? Anything? Let's say they, I don't know, came out with a £400 VR headset that worked with Steam VR.
Probably not, just because I just don't think there's enough games on VR. I mean, if I had £400 to spend, I would be putting it towards the new ROG Ally Xbox X, whatever it's called.
Whichever order it was.
Nothing against VR. I always enjoy it when I play it. Like if I don't know if my friend still has it, but he had it. I met a Quest, and I would go round. It would be good fun, but I don't know why I haven't caught on. Really,
you need to have, I think, two of them, or have a friend that's got one as well, don't you? Because there are multiplayer games that are quite good fun, and there are a lot of games now on things like Meta Quest, but the problem is that they're all. It's the equivalent of having a mobile phone versus a computer, like a PC. You're never quite going to have the same standard of games on a PC. I mean, you've got great games on mobile, and it's the same with the Meta Quest. Is that they're all, mostly. I mean, there are some very good ones on there, but they are mostly experiences and games that you probably play for half an hour and then be like, oh, that's enough of that. There are exceptions, but with PC, there are thousands and thousands of games that you must play if you're a gamer, and there just isn't that with VR at the moment. So that's why I think a Steam one would be better, because the Steam one does have a lot more. Steam VR has a lot more VR capable games. Now you can connect Meta Quest to your PC, but then you've got to have a PC. Now, if this comes along and they go, here you go, here's a standalone VR headset that you can play Half-Life Alyx, and we're going to have the capability to play games on this VR, on this, like a verifying system, like the Steam Deck Verified, and all these games you will be able to play on VR. I think it'll work really well, because there are a lot of good games out there. It's just it needs more people interested in them. But
would you get one, Duncan, if the price is right?
If the price
would you be
right,
interested?
Yeah, I mean, if they came out and there was the Steam VR headset and the ROG, I did look it up. It's the ROG Ally Xbox X. If they were the same price, I would get the ROG Ally. Not only because I have Game Pass and all that. Don't forget, with most VRs as well, you can have giant versions of things like Game Pass. But you can only play the cloud-enabled games. But it's the fact that with my Steam Deck, I can plug that into my TV and we can all sit around and play emulated games or play Jackbox or something like that. Or I could just go, right, here you go, and pass it to my son or a friend. Whereas with VR, we've got a Quest 2 here, but that's my stepson's, and it's got his prescription lenses in it. and that's what I'd have to have as well. I'd have to have my prescription done into lenses so I could see. Because I've played on Tom's VR, and it's hard for me to focus, kind of thing. So I'm sitting there, the typical thing where people who can't see very well scrunch their eyes up and get close to something or something like that. Now I'm sort of doing that, but in VR, and I'm like, hang on, I've just got to focus because I have to change my focal length of where I'm looking. And it's difficult sometimes. So no, I don't think I'd get one unless it was cheap, because I think the thought of having a standalone VR headset that can play something like Half-Life Alyx, if it can do something if it is that powerful, because Half-Life Alyx is quite a power-hungry game. If the price is right, then yes, I would consider it over the ROG Ally. Xbox.
What they should do is just have something like a Steam Deck. So if you just wanted to play your standard home console games, you can, but also there's like a VR mode if you wanted to. Then you could have the best of both worlds then. And then
most VR headsets you have that where you can play non-VR games, but they just appear on a screen. And you can either have it where it's directly in front of you wherever you're looking, or you can have it where it puts it on the wall or something like that, and so it just looks like a giant TV.
So you could play like your AAA.
Yeah, so basically, I could sit in a room with you while you're playing Xbox, and if I had the headset on your TV, I could position like me playing a game on a screen, but it would cover the screen that you're playing on. So it would look like we're both playing the same thing. Yeah, or it looked like we were using the same screen for two different things.
But MetaQuest doesn't have Game Pass, does it?
Yeah, no, MetaQuest does. But you can only play the cloud-based games.
Okay.
So
you did say, yeah.
So that would be the same for.
Can you connect like a normal controller to MetaQuest, or are you having to play these games?
Yeah, it's got Bluetooth. Yeah, it's got Bluetooth, so you connect via Bluetooth.
So you could play so you can play any Game Pass, like so long as it's on the cloud.
Yeah, you can.
So it'd be based on your internet connection then, wouldn't it? In terms of...
Yeah, and Tom, I think, has got a thing where it runs. Yeah, I mean, you can have remote desktops and all this kind of thing. So you can basically use your PC through your headset on Quest and other ones. But if you're doing work, do you really want to sit with a headset on your head for an hour and a half or whatever?
Yeah. There may be like a console where you don't have to have the headset. So if you want a VR, you put the headset on. But then you can also take the headset off and just play like a bog standard.
Yeah, I mean, some games are very different. Like Hitman VR is very different to non-VR Hitman in terms of the controls and what you can do and all this kind of thing. But there are a lot of games like first-person games which really are just different controls for the same game. So if you could have something where it would seamlessly go, do you know what? I don't want to play VR anymore. Yeah, whip it off. That would be good.
But it'd be interesting to have Tom's a bit, because he's a very big fan of VR, isn't he? So
he's
be
got
interesting to see what Tom's.
He's got the MetaQuest 3 and the 2, I think. He's got both of them. And
the Nintendo Virtual Boy as well. I think he's got that.
Yeah, he's got a Virtual Boy. Oh, and he's got PSVR 2 as well, I think.
But
which, believe it or not, that still exists, yes.
And I think, because Tom's opinion is that these glasses things will take over the world at some point. These smart glasses.
Yeah, well, he's very hopeful for the Meta ones that they announced beginning of this year, I think, because of the controls and everything. But that is the thing at the moment. thing with Google Glass, why it failed was because it couldn't do enough. It was not. If they'd gone, right, we're not going to release this to the public. This is a prototype. Here you go, kind of thing, and send it out to a few YouTubers or whatever. If they'd done that, people would have been, oh, this is exciting, kind of thing. But because they released it as it was still a prototype product, but they released it to the public. People just took the mick out of it. If they'd gone, right, that's the first iteration, but we're going to develop it and then release it. I think by now we could have had quite a good, I'll say headset, because it is, although they're glasses, it's still a headset. Yeah, because you imagine walking along and not only are you able to get the basic things like your routes or whatnot, but imagine with Gemini or Copilot or whatnot nowadays with your AI walking along the street and going, okay, Gemini, I want to play Monument Valley, and you can maybe use your hands or something in front of you as if it's a controller. That'd be great.
Yeah, it's difficult while you're walking down the street. You'd be like bumping into people.
But with Google Glass, you could still see it ahead of you.
Well, you wouldn't be paying attention, though, would you?
No. You would walk out.
I'm terrible at multitasking. I don't think I could do like a Asda shop or something and be playing a video game at the same time. But I guess I would speak to people who could do that. So,
well, especially driving along the road, you'd be like, "Oh, there's somebody wearing the glasses. Watch out! Walk into the road."
Driving home, playing Forza on my glasses.
Yeah, can you imagine? Yeah, you'd be able to have like cloud-based gaming. Yeah, having a controller in your bag, sort of thing, and just sitting on the train or on the bus. You'd miss your stop, but yeah, you'd be sitting there playing Forza just through your glasses. That'd be great fun.
That would.
Right. Well, we have actually nattered on for an hour about what we've been playing.
I know. We haven't even done any subjects. We just what we've been playing and a tiny bit of news, and we've chatted for an hour. That was
indeed. We can talk for England. In fact, we could probably talk for any country.
108 episodes of us talking. So, how many hours? A lot of hours.
Well, roughly, I would say probably about 100 hours. Yeah, 100 hours of talking. My goodness.
I reckon we go on a lot. I have to do more than an hour. I reckon it's more.
There has been some that have been more, but I think actually no. Yeah, I think quite a lot over an hour. So probably over 107 hours. Yeah, actually, yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely.
About. I do like 5 days of. If you watched episode 1 to episode 108 without stopping, you can get about 5 days worth of us nattering on.
Well, I do like to natter, so I do apologise for the fact that probably out of the 107 plus hours, there is probably 95 of those of me just nattering on.
100 hours of you, 4 hours of me, 3 hours of Tom.
Well, if you want me to shut up, message us on our Facebook page, or go to www.focusongaming.co.uk and find all our episodes there and links to our pages. And
we got an interview next week, haven't we?
Yes, hopefully. Probably
all going well. I won't say who it's with. But we got an interview at the moment. Looks like it's lined up, but see until it happens.
Anyway, right. Other than that note, nice to hear from you, Tom. Tom. Martin.
Yep. And yourself.
And we will see you on the next episode. 109.
Yeah.
Bye.